Hey, what is up, guys? I'm Avalanche Fan 133, and welcome back to my NHL 16 Be a Pro Goalie mode. Today I am on my Season 2 wrap-up, and this is the playoffs that we are in. Unfortunately, I am not the starter of the playoffs. Again, did not play well enough. Despite the other goalie did not play very well either, our other goalie. And I can take a look if it shows, although it's not going to be great. This is our team. I was saying last episode, it is not very good. I feel like Dermott should be up here, but whatever. Why do we have two 60s and then 68 and 62? Whatever. I'm not the coach. But Turner will be the starter, 57 overall, but he did better. Oy. Getting outperformed by that. 22 and 24, 2.6 goals against average, 80 something. Last I saw was 89. He had 6 shutouts. How do you not have a better save percentage with 6 shutouts? I don't know when I'm ever going to get a shutout. I've gotten semi-close a few times, but nothing really close. It will come eventually. Just don't know when. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be going through this season. I'm going to be simulating through the playoffs. And this episode might not even matter if our goalie goes down with an injury and I jump in there. I keep mentioning that because I want it to happen. I'm going to sim every 2 games, and I'm going to be cutting a lot in the video just so you guys don't see the simulating and everything else. And I'll pop in when stuff happens. Don't make them force a game 7. Don't let them force a game 7. And we won. Wow. Got 20 XP. How come I got no training? Kind of weird. Not train. Let's sim to Saturday. Okay, we will be facing the Sarnia Sting. And let's look at the, oh, I actually have 1 game played, 17 saves. Alright, I came in at some point and made 17 saves. I, again, wish it would let me actually play that. But dang, my team came up with a huge upset against Saginaw. And we're on to the second round. Jeez. Coach really got us turned around, I guess. And Sarnia beat the Windsor Spitfires. And we'll either, if we get by Sarnia, we're either going to face Kitchener or the Flint Firebirds. So I'm going to simulate the series and we'll see at the end of this. Wow, we took the series against Sarnia in 6 games. Another 6-game win. 6-game series win. Wow. Let's go ahead and see who, simulate until we see who I face again, or my team faces. Simulate a couple days. Kitchener. We'll face the Kitchener Rangers. Wow. My team's making this great run, and I'm not a part of it. Kind of disappointing. But the longer we go, the more chance I could get in there. I don't know if there's any injuries, though. Oh, you gotta go over here. Because I haven't seen any injuries in the OHL. It seems like they're just disabled or something. So, in the Western Conference Finals, Kitchener Rangers, Erie Otters, and Sudbury Wolves, and Barrie Colts in the Eastern Conference Finals. If we get by these guys, it'll be either Sudbury or Barrie, and we'll see what happens. Oh boy, we are going to Game 7 against the Rangers. We went down 3-1 after winning the first game of the series, and then came back with 2 straight wins to force a Game 7. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to do it on the calendar so I actually see the result. Let's see if we can pull off. We won going against the Barrie Colts. Wow. Simulate up to there. We'll look at the playoff tree. Dang, I wish I was a part of this. But then I don't even know if I would have been able to carry us this far. What a run by the Erie Otters in the OHL Finals against the Barrie Colts. I don't know what that trophy's called, if there is even a name for it. But I'll be back when I find out the results of this. Alright, that's it. I assume we lost. Yes, we got swept in the finals. Now that the finals are over, as GM, I was so thrilled to see our team fight all year and make it to the finals. It's heartbreaking to go home without the trophy, but I wanted to make sure that you knew I appreciate all of your contributions this year, despite how terrible they were. That's what he should have said, but he wouldn't. Yep. Completely swept. 3-2, 2-1, 4-0, 1-0 in overtime. Our goalie really tried, but we could not score. Wow. Such a run just ended, and I didn't get to play. Oh, I thought those were stats in the playoffs for half a second. That's my end season stats. Let's look at the playoff tree one more time. 4-0 Barry. Wow. Just wasn't able to pull it together. Our 29-35-4 season almost ended up with a championship run. Now, I don't know. I played through one of these playoffs one year, and we actually went to like the Memorial Cup after the playoffs, I think. And I don't know if this is the same setup and all. I don't know. But I got a lot of simming ahead and a lot of just choosing what I want my goalie to work on. Let's look at this. I want to work on the reflexes a lot. Maybe get the recover and rebound control up a bit. And I'm pretty happy with athletic. My speed does need to come up some, but I think 80 would be fine to start the season. All these would be fine to start the season. I wish my vision was a little higher, but overall I don't see a lot of issue with my goalie getting screened. I just really need reflexes and really need that puck control. And those will be what I'm working on this offseason. And I'll probably chime in at some point over the offseason or just right at the start of the season. I assume I'll get a tryout in the preseason, maybe even get to start on the NHL roster again and get a tryout that way, but we'll see, and I'll be back, I guess. Okay, I got a notification here. The Stanley Cup champions are the Pittsburgh Penguins, and the Calder Cup champions are the Grand Rapids Griffins. A little interesting there. Pittsburgh won it. I wonder how Columbus did. I don't know if there's any way I can figure that out. Maybe when I hit free agency period, I'll figure that out. And until then, I guess I'll just keep simming. Okay, now it's showing me on the Blue Jackets, so I can look at a little bit of how they did. There was my NHL stats for the season. Actually, not that bad. Thinking about it. 15 games played, 5 wins, 86.0. I mean, I had a higher save percentage in the NHL, lower goals against average. So that's something. We did 41-33, pretty good. Made the playoffs too. I'll have to look at the playoff tree. 90 points. The Penguins did win the cup though. Look at the playoff tree. I gotta look on the East. Wow, we faced Pittsburgh first series, and we got the closest to beating them. 7 games, and then they swept the Caps, beat the Maple Leafs in 5, and then swept the Kings. Wow, the Avs made the playoffs too, and freaking beat the Preds in 7 games. Ha! Avery. Suck that. And then we got beat by the Blackhawks, of course. And then Blackhawks got beat by the Kings. Yep, so that's all interesting. Ryan Johansson had 65 points. I look at the awards, but I wasn't in the NHL. I don't really care too much. And there's a lot of awards. And I think that's going to be about do it. But this is a good point to show off kind of what's been going on. Still 73 overall. I don't know if you guys can notice much difference. I got club high to 80. Rebound control, I do believe. Yeah, I got that up a point. And everything else, so-so. Great, the menu's screwing up again. But I'm really working on reflexes. I need that 5-hole up a little more. The breakaway's going up because the coach is making me do it. Although I won't be working on that at all. Come on, menu. Because breakaways are terrible in this game. The AI just shoots it most of the time. Doesn't do any kind of good moves or anything. Anyways, back to simulating. Okay, after a long time of simulating and going through all my trainings, are finally here. Let's get ready for a new year. Here at the Columbus Blue Jackets organization, we've been making lots of changes in the offseason, which means there are some spots to fill on our NHL roster. The coach will fill you in on our plans for the preseason shortly, but if you don't make the NHL roster, we'll have no choice but to send you back to the Erie Otters as you can't play in the AHL yet. That sucks. When can I play in the AHL? It's that time of year again. It's that hectic time of year again where we try to figure out who is good enough to play for the Columbus Blue Jackets and who stays with the Erie Otters for more seasoning. Your slot on the pro roster is assured, but I still recommend you get to know your teammates here. Alright, so they're going to give me another shot in the NHL. We'll see how that goes. I'm excited, and I have to take advantage and try my best to stick with the NHL this year, although my goalie still isn't that great. I have 7 hours. No more of those 20-some-odd hours that I was getting during the off-season. I loved that. We'll also see what I did. I'm going to do 5-hole and movement. I don't know if you guys will be able to notice the difference or what. Let's back out of this. I'll sim to next preseason game. Probably end up simming through the preseason, I guess, in this episode, and we'll see when I start first. I worked on my recover a lot. I wanted to get speed up 1 point. I really would have loved to get it more, but it cost a lot of hours to work on speed and agility and stuff, so I kind of had to just miss out. Maybe next off season I'll work on it, and maybe some during the regular season. But I got it to 81. Rebound control I got to 82. I don't think I got any more onto that. Recover I got a few points, I think like 2. The reflexes I don't know exactly, but I worked on glove high, glove low, stick high, and stick low a lot, and a little bit in 5-hole, which got up to 82. So overall I'm pretty happy. I don't know if I went up to 75 overall. Dang, that I'm happy with. I don't think the lines are not gonna look. We'll take a quick peek. They're not gonna be the same thing as what we're going to see in the NHL, but yeah, look at it. Hey, it's this guy. He was on first round 2017. Yeah, he was a first round pick. He was on the Erie Otters. Dwayne Stolars. Interesting. Does it show? No, it doesn't. I believe it's the same guy. Wow, first round pick. Dang, I don't think he did that well. So defense for the preseason. I'm curious. Anton Forsberg, and I'm the backup, looking better at 75 overall. And I guess I'll sim through this. If I'm gonna start a preseason, I don't expect to, then I'll stop. But we'll see. Okay, another preseason has come and gone. The preseason is a great time for the Columbus Blue Jackets organization to give a crack to those hungry up-and-comers in the Lake Erie Monsters. Oh, so Lake Erie is now with Columbus. I knew they were once with the Avalanche, but the Avalanche moved on to the San Antonio Rampage now. Anyways, we believe you'll be seeing a lot more of some of these players in the future, so remember your experiences here for the coming season. Yada yada, I didn't even play. Sim the next game. We're 2-3-2 in the preseason. The Red Wings were 4-1-2. Pretty good. Though preseason doesn't really matter. Let's see, I want to work on core. We're going to just throw 3 into that for this time. I usually look at how many hours remaining. And I will be starting the first game of the NHL season. That's interesting. But how many hours are remaining and how I can evenly split that up in what I want to do, because there are 2 1-hour trainings, and that's passing and endurance and durability. I don't think those are very important. If I can avoid doing those, I think it's best. But, oh well. I'm starting the regular season against the Detroit Red Wings. Here's our overtime, our preseason games. I lost the first 2 in overtime. That's why my brain went to overtime, but we'll be opening up against Detroit with me in net. Holy crap. Let's look at player growth. I don't know, although we did already look at it. I just wanted to take a quick peek. I hate how the coach feedback carries over from season to season, because that shouldn't really happen. Shouldn't carry over from level to level, too. That's OHL coach feedback. Why is that here? That should reset for the new season. I don't know why it's like that. But anyways, let's look at our NHL lineup, shall we? Brandon Saad, Ryan Johansson, and Oliver Bjorkstrand. Wow, he moved up to the first line. Who was in that first line? Was it Foligno? I think it was Foligno. I don't know exactly what's changed, but we got Foligno, Boone Jenner, Cam Atkinson, Scott Hartnell, Alexander Wenberg, Kirby Reichel, Sonny Milano. Brandon Dubinsky is our 4th line center. Wow, we are deep down center. And David Clarkson. Dang. It looked like a good team. And the Blue Jackets in the real life NHL looked like a good team. I didn't talk about this, but how they were winless through their first 8, was it? And then, of course, they get their first win against my team, the Avalanche. I called it too. I sent a message to my friend saying, oh great, the Avalanche are facing the 0-8 Blue Jackets. Watch them get their first win tonight. And they did. So Ryan Murray, David Savard, Christian Ehrhoff, Jack Johnson, Fedor Tutin, and Kevin Connaughton. Everything's pretty much the same, and I like that because I feel like we got a good team. Sergei Bobrovsky in net. He's been struggling this year in the real NHL. But it looks like he had a good season. 6 shutouts. Can't see that save percentage. They need to fix these. The way these stats look, I mean, this is completely worthless just about. All I can look at is his record. His goals against average is okay. And his shutouts, I mean, it could be 0.90 or 0.99. For all I know. But it looks like he did good. 29 years old, still in his prime. And then there's me, looking to become the next big goalie. 19 years old. I thought I'd be 20 by now, since this will be my 3rd season. Not till January 14th to be exact. But yes. I'm looking to at least stick with as a backup. I expect to be a backup. If I do well enough, I'm sure they will start me. It's all about performance as far as I can tell. And I don't think, even if I'm low in overall, they'll still start me if I do well enough. Anyways, I think that about wraps everything up. I'm going to be starting again in the NHL. Let me know, guys, if you have any tips for staying with the NHL. And again, any tips on the gameplay settings and everything. I'm going to stick with this for as long as I can. Hopefully by next episode. Actually, next episode will be this game. I might be recording right after that. My first game of my 3rd season against the Detroit Red Wings. And I'm hoping I'll make a good impression in my first game. Hopefully these settings don't need tweaking at the NHL level. We will see. Anyways, guys, I'm Avalanche Fan 133, and I will talk to you guys later.
See this? Why is the camera zooming out? What the heck? It was like, oh.
He's like, drop my cheeseburger. RoboCam? It's showing the wrong net.
It is? I saw a different angle. Come on, he kicked it. He kicked it. Yes! Oh, picked Eric Berry! Yeah, he was. All of a sudden he went pop. Thomas the Weasel.